I don't know if you've ever just kind of seen as a child plays when mom or dad is watching. What's amazing is that, as the child plays, they're kind of just looking over their shoulder every once in a while just to make sure that mom or dad is still there. They're still watching. What's amazing is that when the child knows mom or dad is there and mom and dad is watching, then they actually feel more freedom to be creative and to take risk in their play. Because they know that even if something were to happen to them, this person who loves them deeply sees them and is there for them. The Christian psychiatrist Kurt Thompson said that we are born into this world looking for someone looking for us. How true that is. I've noticed even in my own life just this deep desire to be seen by another person. And in that desire to be seen, to also be known for who I really am and to be loved for who I am. And so I got into this practice that every day I would say, I am seen, I am known, I am loved. And while that was really beautiful, I also started to realize, wait a minute, the one who sees me and knows me and loves me is a person, is the living God who actually invites me to be a conversation partner with himself. And so I've changed it slightly. Now every day I say to God, you see me, you know me, you love me. Our word of life for this month comes from a very tragic story in the book of Genesis. Comes from this moment in the life of Abraham and Sarah where they have this slave named Hagar, and they really abuse her. Hagar becomes pregnant with Ishmael, the child of Abraham, but then she's cast out. She's removed from the family. And Hagar is wandering in the desert. I'm sure she thinks she's going to die. She feels alone, wondering, does anybody see me? And in the midst of that desert experience, suddenly she encounters the living God, right by a spring of refreshing water. And after this encounter with God, where God blesses her and promises to be with her and promises to be with her child, Hagar is so amazed that she says to the Lord, you are the God who sees me. Like Hagar has been seen and known and loved in such a deep way. So she goes back to Abraham and Sarah, and her life is not easy after that. It really suffers, but she suffers now knowing that she's seen by the God of love. And I imagine that throughout the rest of Hagar's life, nothing was the same, because she knew that this God who sees her was always with her, giving her that abundance of his love. I think in our own lives, we often have really good desires, we hopefully desire to love other people, we desire to be more like Christ, but there can be a lot of fear around that. Fear that if I choose to love somebody, maybe they won't reciprocate that love. Maybe fear that if I do put myself out there, I'll be hurt or I'll be taken advantage of. I won't be appreciated. I'll look foolish. Whatever it is, there's so much fear around loving another person. Well, maybe we can just hear this word of life for us. That God sees you. And he knows you and he loves you. You're always under that gaze. And so we can turn to God now and say, God, you are the God who sees me. And so I can go out there and I can love other people with boldness, with creativity, even taking risks in my adventure to love. And I can do it all knowing that I am safe under the gaze of the God of love. What would it look like if, just like that child who's playing on the playground, we played in the kingdom of God, confidently in the gaze of the God who sees us? Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to keep up with other great content to help you live your life of unity with God and with one another, make sure you subscribe to Focolare Media so that you can continue to live your divine adventure.